of the 30-day upgrade challenge. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're in day 17. We are getting so close to day number 30. Are you guys still feeling the shifts, the transformation? Are you still keeping up with your daily habits, the ones that we're building on? Remember, every single day we are building on the last habit. So just because you do one habit one day, you can't just throw it out the window. We have to keep practicing the habit for the entirety of the 30 days. So remember when we started doing a morning routine, you got to keep doing the morning routine every day for the 30 days. Remember when we said we were going to start going to bed at a certain time? You got to keep going to bed at that time for the remainder of the 30 days. Remember when we said we were going to journal? You have to keep journaling every single day for the remainder of the 30 days. Yesterday we said we were going to start reading a book so we can transform our minds and become our dream version. You should be reading every single day for the remainder of the 30 days. All right, guys, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay before I get too far into it, because I know we've been having some Wi-Fi stuff lately, so I want to make sure you guys can hear me and see me okay. Today, we are going to be talking about mindful eating. Today is challenge number 17, and it's all about how your dream self is very intentional about what she puts in her mouth. Now, I know when we talk about things like the way that you eat and certain habits, Chantel's in the house. Chantel, hey, welcome, beautiful. Okay, I'm happy that Chantel's here. Whenever I see Chantel, I'm like, okay, the live stream is good. I feel happy about that. I'm confident about that. I love seeing you. Chantel says, I love that red look. So cute. Oh, thank you, Chantel. Know how to bust this out of my closet because I felt like I know in Dream Life Academy I told you guys that my dream self, she's girly, she's preppy, she's feminine. So I was like, let's be cute and feminine and girly today. So I guess that's kind of my vibe every day, but that's neither here nor there. Chantel, I'm so excited and proud of you. Every single day when you drop what you're up to inside of Dream Life Academy, I just literally scream and I celebrate you so hard. You are so elite. Also, I had no idea you were an artist. Like, okay, she's a badass. She's an artist. Come on. Okay, and yeah, safe travels on your trip also, Chantel. So yes, mindful eating, your dream self takes what she eats very seriously. So I already knew that I was gonna get a little bit of shade, or sometimes people will like feel some type of way. She said I try, OMG. Yes, girl, you do that. I feel like sometimes people feel some type of way when we talk about the way that we show up, our body, our health, our wellness, our fitness, and taking care of our body, how we fuel our body, and things like that. And the reason why it can be a sensitive topic is because we're not just talking about what you're eating. We're not just talking about diet, health, exercise. We're talking about love. We are talking about self-love. And that's why the topic can be so itchy, like, oh, I don't want to touch that topic with a 10-foot pole. Like, what are you trying to say? Okay, so let's just address the elephant in the room first and foremost. This is why this conversation can be a little bit awkward sometimes, because it's not about really mindful eating. It's about how you love yourself, right? Your dream self knows she deserves the best, therefore she feeds herself the best. She's not driving through the drive-through line every single day. Why? Because she knows she's worthy of fueling herself with the best. Now, this doesn't mean that every now and then she doesn't go to Taco Bell. Like, let's keep it real. Our dream self is, maybe she's down to earth, she's bougie, but like she knows how to have a good time. Okay, she knows how to enjoy a slice of pizza and it not be the end of the world. So this is not about, restricting yourselves or making you hate your life because you can't eat your favorite foods. We are never about that. However, we are about having discipline in all areas of our life, including the way that we eat, our health, and our wellness. So when we talk about mindful eating, there are layers and levels to this, right? Layer and level number one is the quality of your food, right? Are you eating food that are alive, that grow in nature, or is every meal coming from a factory or coming from down an assembly line? Is everything freeze dried and packaged up? Does any of the food that you eat come from the earth? That is question number one, right? They say you should eat colorful foods and colorful things, but then we really need to get down to the bare bones of, are you eating whole foods? Whole foods meaning real foods, meaning can you find these foods out in nature, i.e. fruits and greens, like Chantel just said, nuts, anything that grows in nature. Or again, all we eat are Oreos, which do not grow on any type of tree, or like a tub of ice cream doesn't grow in nature. And so when we talk about the quality of food that you're eating, we want to ask yourself, how much of the food that you're eating was made by earth, and how much of the food that you're eating is made by man? Now, if you live in America, it's a little bit a scary time for the food industry, because the majority of the food that we have is processed, it's fake, it's pumped with weird things. And so the closer we can get to eating whole foods and natural foods, the better it's going to be for us. And it's also how we're going to step into our dream version, because what you feed your body matters, okay? What do they say? You are what you eat. And that's true, because all the food that you're eating eventually is going to turn into your cells, your hair, your skin, right? And so if all you're eating is junk, then you really are made of junk. Now I see some comments, so let me read the replays. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta pull up our video on my iPad, because the comments go by so quickly on my phone. Let's see. Here we are. Okay, give that a second to load. Chantel says, it's funny that this is coming up, because one of my friends literally asked what everyone in our group eats, and she confided that she doesn't really know how to eat well. She chooses McDonald's. Okay, so this is a good conversation to be having, right? Because nothing that comes from the Dollar Tree menu, nothing that comes from the McDonald's menu is grown in nature. Even how they have the little packs of apples that come in the little kids meals, even those don't grow in nature, because they have to put so many bleaches and dyes and things like that into the apples to keep them preserved. And so I love that you, in your friend group, you guys are having this conversation, because it means that you guys are becoming awake and aware to the fact that what you put in your body matters. So it's so good that you're having these conversations in your friend group. She says every time and doesn't even enjoy it. Yeah. And this is what we talk about when we're saying, are you eating on autopilot? Are you living on autopilot? Like, there comes a point when the food that you're eating just doesn't even taste good anymore, right? Like, do you guys ever wake up and you're like, man, I want to eat, but like the food's not even good anymore. Like, it doesn't even hit like it used to. Like, you used to love to go to this particular restaurant, and now you're like, the food used to speak to me, and now I'm not even excited about food anymore. Like, that's a scary place to be when you're not excited about food anymore. But the reason why we're not excited about food anymore is because humans aren't eating real food anymore. We're not eating real food anymore. And so, yeah, it's a little bit scary, but your dream self really takes priority, her health, her wellness, her fitness, what she puts in her body. And that's why we're having this conversation today. Chantel says, I'm not a perfect eater either, but I'm like, wow, I didn't know it was that bad for her. I eat fruits and greens. Very good. And when we talk about those whole foods, fruits, greens, nuts, things that grow in nature. And then, like, every now and then, if you have something that's not grown in nature, that's completely fine. Why? Because the majority of the time when you eat, you're eating food that is grown in nature, right? Chantel says, and she's smaller than me too, size wise, but it's not just about looks, it's about how you feel. She feels both ashamed and guilty because she's a new mom and she wants her daughter to eat well. That is such a word that you just said, Chantel. People can be small and still not feel good about their body. People can feel big or be big and not feel good about their body. So when we talk about your dream identity and stepping into your dream version, understand that it is completely and utterly what you see in your mind, right? For some people, their dream self is full figured, but she loves the way she looks. For some people, her dream self is small frame, but they love the way they look. What's most important is how you feel in your body. When you look in the mirror, do you feel confident? Are you happy with what you see, right? Do you feel embarrassed or ashamed, like Chantel just said, whenever, by the food choices that you're eating? If you were with your dream self right now, would your dream self eat the thing that you're eating? Would she opt for that, or would she opt for something else? That's the conversation that we're having. And also there's a bit that that's coming to me too, just about like people who suffer from like binge eating, or maybe be bulimic, or maybe, just like people have a lot of weird and interesting things when it comes to food. And it really isn't just about the food, it's the way that you love yourself, right? Like people who develop anorexia or body dysmorphia, it's a matter of not being able to truly perceive their beauty, therefore they think that there's something wrong with them. So when we talk about food, it's really not about the food, it is about the way that you love yourself. When we get down to the bottom of it, right? Even when it comes to what can I afford to eat, right? If you truly love yourself, you would say, how can I afford to eat better? How can I afford to eat healthier? How can I afford to give myself what I truly deserve? So that's the conversation. Let's take a break for a second and read from the 30-day upgrade book, today's challenge. So today is day 17. All about mindful eating. Remember, these habits are building on each other so that we can become our dream version. So anything that we do, all these habits that we're stacking on, it's all so that we can become our dream version, even the mindful eating. Okay, so challenge. Now let's tackle mindful and intentional eating. This is all about slowing down and tuning into your body. Are you even hungry when you eat, or is it just a habit? Ding, 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 ding. I'm like speaking to the choir when I say this one, because sometimes, like, you just like, you like certain foods, like even recently. So the grocery store that I go to, I love going to Aldi. In my area, that's the store that I really like to go to because their produce is really affordable. And they just came out with this, well, they didn't come out with it, kimbap. You guys know it's the Korean, like, it's like Korean sushi. It's just like sushi, but it's the Korean version, kimbap. So they just started selling that in my grocery store, and I've been going crazy. I've been like buying all the flavors, and every single time I go to Aldi's, I have to buy it. And today I went to Aldi's because I needed to get my dog some stuff. And I saw the kimbap and I was like, you know what? I really, really, really want it. But for the past 3 days, I've been mindlessly eating this food. And it's not even high in calories or anything like that. But I was eating it because it was there and I loved the taste of it, and not because I was genuinely hungry, right? Like sometimes we'll wake up and just because it's breakfast time, we'll force ourselves to eat. Are you even hungry? Or sometimes you go to a function and there's a platter of food everywhere, and someone offers you a plate and you just fill up the plate with food just because it's there. Are you even hungry? Okay, and this is not to shame ourselves or make ourselves feel bad, but your dream self she has a life. I'm speaking to the choir, like I'm speaking to myself right now. Because when I didn't have a life, I would spend a lot of time lounging around my house, snacking all day. Why? Because I wasn't intentional about how I was spending my time and how I was spending my energy. I thought anytime there was downtime, I needed to have something in my mouth, i.e. food, right? Like I need to have some gum, or I need to have a snack, I need to have chips, I need to always be snacking. And it's like, that's because you're not feeling fulfilled with your daily activities, because you're not hungry right now, you're just bored, and you're using the food to substitute real work and real action that can be done in your life. And so let me hop off the soapbox, but that right there was speaking to me. Are you really hungry, or is it just a habit? And this is a really huge thing, eating on autopilot, or eating just because food was available. I remember when I was younger, my mom would go on these really big grocery trips because like she was in the Navy. She would always be working on the ship literally all day long. And so when me and my sisters would come home, it was our responsibility to make ourselves a little afternoon snack after school. So our pantries were always filled up. The refrigerator was always filled up. My friends, when they would come over to my house to hang out, they'd be like, oh my gosh, Nija, you have the fun house. You have all the food, the snacks, and all the treats. And literally we would just come home and just binge on food because it was there. Me and my siblings would get in trouble because as soon as my mom would go grocery shopping, literally all the Pop-Tarts, all the Dorito bags of chips, like everything was already gone within a matter of days. And my mom would be like, this food was supposed to last us a week, 2 weeks, and you guys just sat there and ate all the food, right? And so, not that she was like trying to be mean or anything, but she's like basically saying, like, when it's summer break or summer vacation, you guys can't just sit around and eat all day. That's not good for you, you know? Like, it's okay to go get a snack, but you can't just sit and eat your snacks all day. So, yeah, fun little story time. Chantel says, this is why I try to minimize how close I am to the kitchen at all times. It's better for me to be out somewhere than near the fridge when I just gorge. Oh my God, Chantel, that's a word right there because it's so true. Does anybody ever just like walk into the kitchen, open the refrigerator door out of habit? You're not hungry. You're not looking for anything. You just walk in the kitchen, open the door, take a look in the fridge, close the door, and then walk on about your business. Like, why do you feel the need to do that if you're not hungry? It's habitual, right? Because if you were to have found something in the fridge that you could snack on right there, 9 times out of 10, you would have it just because it's there and not because you're hungry. And so again, this is not to become abusive or weird about food. This is about having a better relationship with food because you love yourself. I love myself so much that I'm going to be intentional about how I eat and when I eat and what I eat. Chantel says, I get anxious hungry. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a nervous habit. I feel you. And girls do this a lot, Chantel, whether they're anxious or if we're really sad about something, sometimes we'll just sit there and eat. Like if you have a bad breakup, sometimes we'll sit there and have the tub of ice cream. Or if we are feeling emotional, or sometimes we use the excuse, well, I'm on my period, I deserve it. And it's like, yeah, be good to yourself on your period, be gentle. But every single time you have an emotional breakdown, you should not be abusing yourself with food. Okay, that is abuse. All right. So I'm happy that we're having this. This is a tough conversation to have. Like nobody wants to talk about are we being good with food, right? Like nobody wants to create parameters around their food. We want to be like, I'm going to eat what I want when I want because I can. And it's like, yeah, you can, but what does your dream self think about food? How does your dream self think about dinner and lunch and snacks? What does your dream self think about grocery shopping and meal prepping? We want to replace our thoughts with the thoughts of the dream self so that we can transform into the dream version. All right, I digress. Let me keep reading. It's no longer rushing through meals or eating past the point of satisfaction. Are you eating what's convenient or what's nourishing? Let's start nourishing yourself with intention. Seeing food as fuel and not as a tool for coping. So there's that word, coping, using our food to cope and self-sabotaging ourselves with food. Okay, here's a tip. Start by bringing awareness to your meals. Meal plan the perfect week of meals. What would your dream self eat? When does she eat? What is her relationship with food? And this is also another tip. Something that helps me is, I don't know, you guys have probably heard about this. Everybody and their mama has heard about this, intermittent fasting. It's having windows of time where you allow yourself to eat. And so instead of allowing yourself to eat 24 hours around the clock, you give yourself downtime where you are not eating at those periods to allow your body the time to digest food. See, this is not a fad diet. This is not, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds if I intermittent fast. No, you're intermittent fasting to give your body an opportunity to heal itself. Now, again, I'm speaking to myself because what did I tell you a few days ago? One of my coping mechanism sometimes is waking up in the middle of the night and binging food. So that would go against intermittent fasting because you're not giving yourself that window of time to let your food digest. And that's really all it's about. It's not about trying to get skinny. It's not about whatever. Like, yes, those things happen. Yes, your digestion improves when you stop eating, but it's really about giving your body time to recover. And that's why you have that window of time where you eat. Okay, Chantel says, it's berry season, so I'm gonna gorge on grapes and pray. Oh, I love that. Gorging on grapes. Exactly. Like gorging on food that's good for you. Like I can F up a bowl of berries, right? Strawberries, I love those. I wouldn't feel guilty if I sat down and ate a bowl of strawberries. And I love that point that you made too, Chantel. Instead of restricting yourself, give yourself foods that are good for you, right? So maybe you cut up some strawberries and put those in a bowl in the fridge because you have the habit of opening the fridge. If you see the fruit, maybe you'll pick that up instead. Or, have the basket of apples or the bowl of apples on your countertop. So instead of looking for a sweet treat, you go for the apple. So this is not about depriving yourself and making your life miserable because you're a tyrant when it comes to food. It's about understanding that your body needs premium high quality food, number one. Number two, it is what you deserve. Number three, it is absolutely the way that your dream self eats. And number four, the sooner that you get on the program of the dream self, the sooner you get to experience the dream life. Okay? So I love that. Knowing how to replace the bad food with good food. If you're used to eating potato chips, can you switch it for sweet potato chips? Or if you're used to eating, I don't know, candy or junk food, can you switch it with some nice cream, right? Frozen bananas blended up and it makes the consistency of ice cream. There are substitutions we can make, but we can't be too lazy to find those substitutions, right? Chantel says, I think it's nice to be a little more scheduled. Like the same way we have a morning routine and a nighttime routine, but actually eating around the same time every day, not just randomly when you're starving or bored. I love that. And Chantel, I actually think I'm going to borrow that idea. So I currently do intermittent fasting. I don't eat until 12 o'clock every day. But I love the idea of just having set times every single day that I eat so that my body is on a schedule. It knows when to break down food. It knows when to use the food. It's going to be able to burn, or my metabolism is going to be able to be regulated, and I won't be running my body through being anxious or because I'm bored now I'm eating, or waiting until I'm starving and then I binge out on food. If you put yourself on a schedule, like Chantel just said, the same way we have a morning routine or a nighttime routine, you have your eating routine. I feel like that's very healthy and normal thing to do. So I love that. I think I might take that idea, Chantel. I'll work on that today as a part of this challenge. Okay, so here are just a few more tips from the book today, and then we'll wrap this up with a bow, not to make it too long for us today. But the lesson says mindful eating helps you to reconnect with your body, your natural hunger cues, and fosters gratitude for the nourishment you receive. It can prevent overeating, improve your digestion, and even enable you to choose high quality foods for your body. So the activity for today is to create your dream menu, meaning what does your dream self eat? And in the book, if you guys get the book or if you get the ebook, you can see that I have this chart right here. If you don't have the book, that's okay. You can make your own chart, but it basically just says breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And this is how you can plan out your meals for the entire week, if you guys can see. So the plan for today is to come up with some things that your dream self would eat and map it out the same way how Chantel was like, it'd be smart to eat the same time every day. Well, if you plan out your meals ahead of time, or you meal prep your meals ahead of time, you already know what you're gonna eat. You're not, like, oh, I'm just like driving around one day, oh, McDonald's sounds good, I'll just pull over there because I don't know what I'm going to eat today. If you already have an idea of what you're going to eat and you're intentional about planning out what you're going to eat, it is easier to stay on top of what you're eating. So your challenge for today is, why don't you make a little meal plan? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and just write down some of your favorite foods, or foods that you would like to eat, or foods that you think are in alignment with the foods that your dream self would eat, and write them down. So I'll give you an example. For breakfast, maybe my dream self has chia seed pudding, so I'd write that down. And then maybe on Tuesday, she wants oatmeal for breakfast, so I write that down. And then maybe on Wednesday, she wants avocado toast, so I write that down, right? So do something like that. Or maybe you're meal prepping, she can have chia seed pudding every single day. That's fine. So, for lunch, what is a nice healthy lunch that you can think of? maybe a chicken Caesar salad wrap. Okay, cool. For lunch, I'm meal prepping a chicken Caesar salad wrap. So this just gives you an opportunity to start thinking the way your dream self thinks. What would your dream self eat? And let's get organized about it. This doesn't mean you have to go to the grocery store and buy the materials for all these foods, but if we can start incorporating even just one meal into your day that is in alignment with how the dream self would eat, eventually you'll start switching out those old meals for new meals that are healthier and better for you, and you will slowly see yourself change and transform using this habit of mindful eating. All right. So that is the habit for today. Today you are meant to start thinking about your dream menu. And if you could intentionally choose high quality foods to eat, what would you eat? When would you eat? Would you intermittent fast? Would you create a schedule or time to eat? What would you do? How would you eat? When did your dream self eat? And then we want you to, can you commit to eating one healthy meal a day, adding fruits or veggies to your diet? How can you be more intentional about what you're eating? And I love this little picture. It's just a cute little picnic showing you that like it can be cute eating foods that are good for you, right? It can be really fun. All right, so that is our challenge for today. I really hope that you guys have been enjoying the 30-day upgrade challenge. Just so you guys know, this challenge is all so that you guys will consider joining Dream Life Academy, because when we finish the 30 days, I'm going to be making these videos unavailable. But if you're in Dream Life Academy, you'll always catch the replay of our challenges or any of the courses or things that we do in Dream Life Academy. So you guys should consider joining Dream Life Academy because the doors are closing July 11th. I know that seems like you have so much time, but the time is going by very quickly. Also, yesterday I told you guys I was going to announce that we are doing a free 5-day event that everyone is invited to. It's a complimentary event. It's called the Dream Life Jumpstart. I am putting the finishing touches on it and I'll be dropping the invitation soon. So make sure you guys join my email list if you're not on my email list. You can go to nijasym.com. There should be a form to join my email list. Or just like keep tuning in every single day because I'm going to drop the link to that free complimentary class. It's going to be July 7th through the 11th. I'll tell you more about it, but essentially it is going to be a workshop on how to create your dream life. We are going to be covering the main pillars of your dream life, your brand, your body, your business, and your brain, aka mindset. And no, I did not come up with this concept. There are lots of people who, you know, use these pillars to do big things in their lives. We're just going to be borrowing it and doing a quick crash course on how you guys can build your dream brand, create your dream body and tap into your dream identity, build your dream business and start making money doing what you love, and then how to have the mindset of your dream self so you can create your dream life. It's going to be jam-packed. We're going to be moving quick through it. So I want you guys to join it. I'll be dropping the link for that soon. Join Dream Life Academy. Keep hanging out with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day number 18 of the 30-day upgrade challenge. My name is Nija Sym. I help awaken women create their dream life through manifestation and mindset. Last update, tonight in Dream Life Academy, we will be meeting up on Zoom. We're not doing anything too crazy if you're one of the ladies in DLA, but I am going to be asking you guys about this event that we have coming up, and I want you guys to give me some feedback and help me out with that. And then also, it's free coaching, so you can tell me how the challenge has been for you and what you're working on. All right, guys, I love you so much. I see Chantel says bye. Bye, Chantel. I will be back tomorrow for day number 18, guys. I love you so much, and I will see you then. Bye.